What's the buzz? This is Zeta Beetle, and welcome back to TGIF. Today, we are going on to do more in the operation that we started in the last episode. This includes interrogation, mind wiping, and the like. So, let's go on ahead and get on with the next one, shall we? This is clearly a continuation of a clip that's already been deleted. So, all I can really do here is say that I can neither confirm nor deny that the challenge that shows up at the end, use shield potions, may or may not have taken place here. But with me being full shield, more than likely I have already done this. So, the proof is in both the is in the challenge screen that I keep popping up, my full bar of shield, and in what's going to come in the last few minutes of the clip, aka the very moment that I win. Yeah, I already know what's going to happen in this clip because due to a bit of an issue with the track 2 when you try and dub it over a time warp, I already know what's going to happen. And despite everything that I've tried, it still cuts out horribly on a track 2 when you try and dub it over a time warp. So, for a brief moment of time, I'm going to be completely silent. Like, my mic will be off during the time that we are in this time warp. I welcome every opportunity to learn, even the annoying ones, because it's because of the mistake that Jester made that I'm even able to know how many track 2s that you can put in a single project, with the total being 10. However, due to the fact that most of these were completely done for a DVD release, and before I was able to show my live commentary in a round, a thing that Jester takes some advantage of. He's quieted down a little bit over the past little bit. But case in point, the whole thing really boils down to I can only put on 8 clips that have challenges in them, due to the fact that I need the other 2 to make the intro and outro with. And this break in the commentary will make it to where I can only get like one more split to track 2. And then I'm just going to have to rely completely on text commentary if it happens that I have run out of track 2s that I can use. So, here in a little bit, I'm going to be reaching that time warp and the end of my commentary for the pretty much first half of the clip itself. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to be turning my mic off for a little bit, and once the time warp ends, I will meet right back up with you. Alrighty, here we go. Now we are getting to the point where I can no longer do said strategy, and I am drifting down to the ground in order to recharge my saucer. Not by choice, but by force, honestly. And right as I get to the ground, I see somebody fighting with somebody else. I still do try to do the strategy again, and probably I actually do succeed. But the point of the matter is, yep, I figured that. Okay, so here is where I start fighting. Here's where I stop trying to use the cheap strategy and start going for a more aggressive strategy. Essentially, blasting them with an energy cannon, and since the storm is right nearby, added bonus, I make an effort to try and blast them into the storm. I end up taking him out, even though I failed to throw him into the storm there. But I think I succeeded before that happened. So, there's that. Sometimes you can hear that little random ping. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. And it's been over a year since I played this season, so that by proxy means that it's been over a year since the season's actually ended. Like, it ended with Operation Skyfire in September, and this year we are in October, or November rather. So, you do the math, it's been at least a year and a month. So, I'm just flying around trying to figure out where my next opponent is. I start blasting the pizza pit in order to find them. And find them I do. They start shooting at me once I start firing into the pizza pit. So knowing that they were going to be hammering on me, I walk back and forth behind my UFO to make sure that they hit it while it was invincible and charging up instead of me. Now, did that always work? No. As a matter of fact, it seldom worked. But the case in point is, this time it did to some degree, and I ended up getting out of that little scrap. So I blast his structure with my saucer, and I believe that hit sent him into the storm. Wow. And that was my dance that I went to whenever I won the game back in that season. Alright. This round pretty much cements the IO as a pretty huge threat when it comes to their tyranny, for lack of a better word. Like, you'll notice in later seasons, well, you've already probably figured this out from Jester's video, that when it came to maintaining order on the island, these guys were not joking. Like, this round specifically will teach you exactly what you need to know about the IO. Like, if they have some confidential data that you should not be knowing and somebody spills it out to you, odds are somebody like me are going to be waltzing right up to your doorstep and doing exactly what I'm going to be doing to Bunker Jonesy in this case. Yeah, I spoiled this in the intro, but if any of you have played during Chapter 2, Season 7, you'll already know all about this challenge. So, my apology would go out to those that haven't played this season and are interested in the lore at this point. So, essentially, I'm coming up to this guy, Bunker Jonesy, and I talk to him, and my character pretty much does it automatically during the dialogue right here. See the noticeable change right then? Yeah, that's what the IO can do to you. They can wipe your mind and make it to where you don't know anything. Alrighty, now we are going on to speak to a few characters to find out who happens to be the alien impersonator of one of the members of the IO. At this point, I am going to be talking to Spec Ops, who is short for Special Ops. So, yeah, this guy is a pretty serious hitter in the IO. So, I talk to him, and a Meowscles is right nearby and starts pickaxing me. And, yeah, takes me out pretty quickly. So, guys, please, if somebody's doing a challenge, don't be that guy. Alright, as if the round where I talked to him didn't go badly enough, this time I'm flying back to his cabin to interrogate him and see if he happens to be one of the alien impersonators. Now, this happens after you wipe his mind of the information that the alien leaked out to him. So, honestly speaking, how did they expect him, and rightfully so, to know anything about these aliens? Like, how advanced would a memory wiping machine have to be to wipe out only the leaked information and nothing else? Like, that has to be some very sophisticated tech in order to do something like that. And yet, lo and behold, he actually knows more about these aliens than you might think, because he gives you a tip that would be useful in the game specifically. And in a continuation of the round where I talked to Bunker Jonesy about the whole alien imposter situation, I go on to do the challenge 2, hit weak points. So, in my DVD series, I am using this as a bit of a competition against Marty Jester to see who can get more done when it comes to quests versus achievements. So, Marty Jester, in some cases, has his work cut out for him, because he has only a certain number of achievements, and I have a nearly endless number of quests that I can use. So, in some cases it's a bit unfair, but as a bit of a mercy rule, whoever gets up to the number of achievements that Marty Jester had left as of the start of the contest, with a few exceptions, they would win. So, at the time that it started, I think he had like 35 or so achievements. I don't know, I forget exactly. But ever since a couple of updates came on, those have increased dramatically. So he is actually able to stand toe-to-toe with me in some senses. Now, whether or not that's actually going to be enough to actually allow him to win, on the other hand, that is the question. Because this series is technically already done. Like, the season is over, I've got everything recorded that I needed to. He, on the other hand, has nothing. It's basically a that day episode that he has to do because clips don't show achievement progress. You would have to use a screenshot with the achievement on it, and that's not guaranteed to you, honestly. Like, I don't think anyway. I'd have to check and see, but if it does happen that that I can get those achievements done like that, then I could make a new series on YouTube and show the exact moment that I got that achievement through use of a keyword, a breach in the clip, and a screenshot of said achievement to show that, hey, I got this achievement at this exact moment, and it looks exactly like this the moment where I got said achievement. But I remember doing a live stream and trying to get Organizational Wizard during said live stream, and all that happened was a blotch of binary code on the top left corner of the screen where the achievement should have went. So, yeah. That ends up being that situation pretty well. So I searched this place for its chests, trying to get some good stuff in order to help me better my chances in the round. Then I just look around in the room for ammo boxes or anything else that could help me. But once I finish off, I blow up the room and continue on my way. I look back after the explosion to see how much damage was done, but I couldn't see that very well, so I just decided to move on. Alrighty, so... And if I have to at any point to make a disclaimer that this is an outdated series, then clearly you have not been paying attention. So, I'm not going to say that this is an outdated series until those two specific moments that I actually did, because you already know, most likely. But a friend of mine has been interested in this series because this was when we first met. So, in that regard, I'm kind of doing this for two reasons. First one is I'm working on getting this off of my system so that I can have more space to do my setting the stage videos. And for another, I'm doing him a favor by showing off the moment where we first met. Well, one of the moments where we first met, anyway. I don't necessarily, show off the moment, the first round we have together. I basically show off a round that we did together, where we, pickaxe a cosmic chest among the other challenges that we do together as well. But by the reasoning of that specific episode, which is going to be called Requesting Backup, I think. Let me look at that. Yes. By the reason of Requesting Backup, I will be showing you guys the earliest that I and Spider-Man Canada have played together. And you'll know exactly how we know each other, basically. So, I rushed to zone, pretty much going in a straight line because that's the quickest way to zone. It's also the most perilous way if you find yourself up against an opponent, because going in a straight line is the easiest way to get shot. So, going in a straight line is a double-edged sword. You get to zone quicker, but you get mowed down by an opponent quicker too. It's just that type of thing where you have to compare your pros with your cons. And I wasn't that great at doing that sometimes, and I often paid the price. But I still maintain that those aliens had more pros than cons to them, because for 25 of your health, originally 40 of your health, you would oh. That was an AFK player dressed up as Rick. Oh dear me. That was funny. Anyway, I forget exactly what I was trying to do here, but I think it had something to do with interrogating the rest of the characters in the lineup so that we could get this challenge complete. So, or rather, anyway, I managed to get out of the storm here, and I then move on to figure out what the heck to do next, because honestly speaking, like I said before, I don't remember much of what I did, due to the fact that I played this over a year ago. So, yeah. That's kind of that situation there. I basically shield myself with an iron wall here, and this guy, he's trying to break in and take me out. However, somebody else comes along and starts fighting him. So, it's a case where the hunter becomes the hunted. After all, in every walk of life, there is only one apex predator. And in Fortnite, that's not always guaranteed to win either. So, I try and take this guy out, but being a school trooper, which is most likely an OG that has way more experience than I do, he takes me out, and the round ends. And this is the one where I talked to Rick Sanchez for the same reason, to try and figure out where the alien impersonator is. And if I'm not mistaken, he is literally the least helpful of the people that I ask about this particular subject. So I'm about to check and see what he's about to say. His dialogue is partially obscured about the storm's countdown, so yeah, I didn't really get to see it that much. And when I talked to him again, he's like, "What is it, nerd?" So he was literally the least helpful person, not only because of the storm countdown, but also because I had already completed the challenge, and he wasn't going to say anything else past what he already said. So yeah, the only way that I'd be able to tell you exactly what he said is to look it up on the wiki, and yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now. And that appears to be it for this episode. Join me in the next one when I talk to Human Bill, identified the infiltrator, used a hologram pad on Party UFO, interact with Rift Tour posters, search chests, hit weak spots, and save the date in the Rift Tour tab. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Until then, adios, amigos.